The U.S. and the world today pause to pay tribute to an historic woman. Tonight we honor former First Lady Barbara Bush. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm Andrew Horansky.
And I'm Lena Lai. Thousands from around the world came to say one last goodbye to one of America's most notable First Ladies. NBC's Jay Gray takes us inside her funeral in Texas.
It was a service just like the woman, rooted in faith and family.
Barbara Pierce Bush was real, and that's why people admired her and loved her so.
Son Jeb delivering the eulogy. Her grandsons, pallbearers, her granddaughters, ushers and readers during the service.
For what can be seen as temporary, but what cannot be seen as eternal.
1,500 invited guests filled St. Martin's Episcopal Church. Dignitaries from around the world, including President and Secretary Clinton, President and Miss Obama, and current First Lady Melania Trump.
Barbara Bush was the First Lady of the greatest generation.
Friends remembered her for her giving spirit, her strength and loyalty.
She was smart, strong, fun, and feisty.
She called her style a benevolent dictatorship, but honestly, it wasn't always benevolent.
And laughter. Her quick wit remembered as one of her most endearing qualities.
Barbara was washing off her own shoes, and a fellow came up to her and said, "Hey, you look a lot like Barbara Bush." And without missing a beat, Barbara just said, "Yes, I hear that a lot."
As they say she did in life, Miss Bush led her family one last time, leaving church, her final journey winding through Memorial Park, one of her favorite places, ending in College Station at the George H.W. Bush Presidential Library, her final resting place. Jay Gray, NBC News, Houston.
We have many photos of the First family, thanks to a man also remembering the First Lady today through a very unique perspective.
That's right. Janelle Bludow with our sister station in Houston met the man behind so many of the presidential photographs.
Through the lens of his Nikon, a private perspective of the life and love of these two icons.
I was just lucky enough that after they saw what I shot, they let me continue to do that.
It was the construction of the George Bush Presidential Library where Chandler Arden, a flourishing photographer, first found his art.
Kind of said, "Can I come shoot this stuff?" And they said, "Sure." And so it kind of started from there.
From the ceremonies to the celebrities, family gatherings to groundbreakings, his camera went from capturing the consequential to the casual.
Not many photographers get the kind of opportunities that I had. Enjoyed every minute of it.
They were his focus and he their friend. Arden was exposed to over 2 decades of life with the Bushes. But one moment in particular stands out most. The 43rd president's 2003 speech to Saddam Hussein. Arden was with his father at the library.
This is the 41st president watching his son, the 43rd president, give a major speech, and so I took the photo.
It was the moments like that he was privy to, a presidential perspective of history in the making.
It was huge to have that kind of trust, that they trusted that I would, keep those moments private and not talk about them, and that meant a lot.
And today, there will be an unsettling vacancy in his viewfinder.
It's kind of surreal to realize that she's gone, and those moments are over, really, for us.
But he says Barbara Bush's legacy will live on in the moments captured in time by his very own hands.
And that was Janelle Bludow reporting. Of course, more coverage of the First Lady's funeral is coming up tonight on NBC Nightly News after this newscast.